Good morning, I'm Grace Fox, and welcome to Devotions from the Dock. This morning on Facebook, I saw a little meme that said, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. I love that verse, but did you know that it is a often misquoted verse in Scripture? That verse was written by Paul when he was in prison. He was in lockdown, basically, under house arrest for being a follower of Christ. And we often quote that verse in terms of, I can do any difficulty, I can face any difficulty, I can overcome anything through the strength that Christ gives me. But if you look at the context of that verse, he's talking about being content in whatever circumstances he's in. And in that case, he was in lockdown. And so if we look at that context and apply it to ourselves, here we are in lockdown. Well, some places are beginning to open up, but many are still under, having to shelter in place. Can we say, like Paul said, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength? Yes, we can. He talked about knowing how to live on almost nothing or with everything, it says. He says he learned the secret of living in every situation, whether it's with a full stomach or empty, with plenty or little, and then, for I can do everything with the help of Christ who gives me the strength I need. And so for ourselves, as we're in lockdown, we might be having struggles with that. We might be getting antsy to get out, especially as the weather gets nicer. We're getting antsy to see our kids and our grandkids again and our friends. And for seniors in lockdown, they want to be with other people. I have a senior mother who is sheltering in place, and she's about 13 hours drive away from me. I can't just go over and talk to her out the window, and that's hard for me too. But I have to learn how to be content even in those circumstances. We collectively have to learn contentment, and we can do that just as Paul did it because we serve the same Christ. The same Christ who lived in Paul lives in us too, and it's through his strength in us that we can learn to be content even in these circumstances that are hard for us. So remember that. Focus on that word contentment today. Contentment. How is that possible? Through the strength that Christ gives us. He will give you the strength you need for this day. Have a good one. Know you're loved.